Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Vira and this is my second What I Need in 2023 video. In the last video I showed you all of my garments. Today I will show you all of my accessories, scarves, hats and also socks. I also want to remind you that last year, 2023, was my first year of knitting, so today you will hear a lot of trial and error stories, unraveling, some learning experiences from me. I hope it's going to be interesting for you, because it's for sure was very interesting year for me. I learned a lot, my skills improved so much during this year. I learned so many new techniques and tried so many new stuff. And today I want to share it all with you. And we will start with this long scarf. It's actually really long, so it won't even fit to the screen. And this scarf has a history, but before I will go into the history, I want to share with you the yarn. The yarn is I'm actually holding 3 strands here. So the main strand, the green one, it's the Mayflower First Class Tweed. It's a sock yarn. It has some tweedy bits, but it's not very tweedy. So yeah, as you can see here, there is one, and here and there a couple of tweedy bits. So it wasn't like very tweedy, but I still liked it. And I'm holding it all the time with 2 strands of mohair. It's a drop skid silk mohair, and I have 3 colors of mohair. So I have, let me find it here. So it's this dark brown, I think the name of the yarn is a chocolate. Then I have this dark green kid silk mohair, and I have this sage green, yeah, this one, I think it's better to show here, sage green, light green yarn. Yeah, when I was holding 2 strands of mohair all the time, I was switching between them back and forth whenever I wished to do so, to create this color transitions, changes. Yep, so I didn't follow any pattern. That was just well, it's basically just a very long stockinette, so there is nothing to follow, right? So I was just knitting myself a scarf. But now let's go back to the story. Initially, this scarf was supposed to be a sock, and it was a sock at some point. Like I said, the Mayflower Tweed is a sock yarn, and I bought it specifically to knit a sock, because after a few sweaters, when I finished my first couple of sweaters, I wanted to try something else, and I wanted to try to knit myself a socks. I bought myself a yarn. I went on YouTube, searched for step-by-step vanilla sock tutorial. I followed it. I used magic loop, and then when I tried the sock, it was all crooked. It was just twisting around my feet, around my ankle, and I understood that I think it's the magic loop. I think the way I was pulling the needle through the stitches, it somehow twisted the sock. So it was like was very interesting shape. I don't think I will ever be able to recreate it, but I didn't like the sock. It was also, the gauge was a bit off, so it was a bit loose, so I was not enjoying the sock at all. So I decided to unravel it, but first I showed it to my mom, and she said, oh, I also don't like magic loop. My mom was also knitting, and she said, try DPNs next time. I said, yeah, okay, DPNs, great. I don't want to knit any more socks. I think it was just one try. I didn't like it, didn't enjoy it, and also who needs to knit a socks when you can go to any store basically and buy socks, whatever you like, any color you like, any thickness you like. So there is no point of knitting a socks. That's what I told my mom after my first fail, I would say. I just forgot about an idea of knitting a sock for myself. So I unraveled the sock, And I decided to knit myself a scarf number, and now let me just look at my notes because I never remember all of my favorite things knitwear numbers. So scarf number 2, yeah, buy my favorite things knitwear, obviously. Actually, that scarf, that pattern for that scarf, I already had for a couple of months because I really liked the pattern, the look of it, the photo. Although it's not really my style to have this like a dainty bandana-like scarves. I never had them, I never wore them, but for some reason when I've seen it on Instagram, I immediately felt in love how it looked. It looked so chic, elegant, sophisticated. I'm not those things, but I don't know, I wanted to be, I guess. So I had this pattern and I thought, why not to give it a try? So I knitted myself scarf number 2, well, bandana number 2, not scarf, with this Mayflower tweed, the green yarn that I have here. And I also didn't like it because I think the dark color maybe hid the details of the scarf, and also my skills was not there yet, so it was very hard to work on the small needles. So I think I knitted maybe like a couple of sections of that bandana, and then I unraveled it also. And then after that I decided that I want to have myself like this long skinny scarf with changing colors. I went to the store, bought myself some drops mohair. I didn't know about any other brands, I would say, other than drops. So that was kind of my only choice at that time. And I know now that drops mohair is not the best mohair on the market, and there are a lot more pleasant mohairs out there, but I still wear the scarf. It's not bothering me so much. It is a bit scratchy, especially if I wear it for a long time, but it's fine for me. I'm not very sensitive to mohair, I think. So I still wear it, I still like it. And I knitted myself this scarf. And another interesting thing what I learned during this whole process of knitting, re-knitting, unraveling. So first of all, I knitted myself a sock. It was not a great sock, it was all twisted and crooked, but it still was a sock. So I learned the sock construction, which was very helpful later in my journey. So I learned the gusset and flap heel construction. I learned how to close or how to decrease for the toe. So that was all very helpful for me. And also when I was knitting this scarf, I learned how to mirror knit or knit with 2 hands, because I'm not against purling, so I don't have like a bad experience with purling. I don't mind that, but sometimes when I'm just tired of purling, I switch to just mirror knit, so I knit with both hands back and forth if it's not in the round, of course. And I learned this technique when I was knitting this scarf. I would say that my tension is not that great when I knit with both hands. I think my tension is way better when I knit just like standard knit side, purl side. But sometimes when there is like a mohair and it's not very important to keep like a perfect tension, I can switch to just knit with my left hand also. And by the way, fun fact, I am actually left-handed in real life. I'm writing with my left hand, drawing with my left hand, doing everything with my left hand, but knitting with my right hand as the main hand. But now I can do both. So yeah, I think that was it for the scarf, and now we can go to the next finished object, and that is actually a pair of socks. So I told you that I told you the story when I said to my mom that I will never knit the socks again, there is no point, blah blah blah, so who would want to knit the socks? And then I discovered for myself Handmade by Florence channel on YouTube, and I fell in love with all of her amazing socks. They are not vanilla socks, they are all like this lacy cables socks, and I thought, okay, now I understand why people want to knit themselves a socks, because those socks you can't really find in any store, and I wanted to have those really nice, intricate, lacy socks for myself as well. So I found a pattern. First, let me show you the socks, and one probably. So this is the sock. The pattern is O Valencia sock by Kate Atherley. I'm sorry, I'm very bad with names. Kate Atherley, I think that's her name. Hopefully I'm not butchering like too much. But yeah, the name of the pattern, like I said, O Valencia socks, and I found this pattern in the book Custom Socks Knit to Fit Your Feet. I don't have this book, I found it in my local library. I borrowed it for a couple of months. I really liked this pattern in the book, and I decided to give it a go, give it another try, and knit myself a sock. So I'll show you the pattern a bit closer. So that's how it looks in front. It's very lacy, really intricate, and that was my first successful sock experience. So I knitted this sock with Filcolona Arwetta in the color 973 Nougat. I used, for two socks, I used almost one skein, just a little bit less. I had like a small amount left. And I really liked it. So I think this, right now I know that this is my type of socks. I don't like vanilla socks. I don't like vanilla sweaters. Well, not that I don't like them. I don't like to knit vanilla sweaters. I don't like to knit vanilla socks. I like a bit more engaging knit process, and lacy socks are a way to go for me. I really enjoyed the process. I took my time, I didn't rush. I had some mistakes which I was trying to fix, and I think I did fix them, which is very surprising to fix mistakes in the lace. That was actually also my first lace ever in general. So it was my first sock, it was my first lace. And it was very handy that I already knitted one sock previously, and I knew how to construct the heel, because in the book it was a bit hard to understand without like a visual clues, so it was just description. So I went back to that YouTube video, and I looked again one more time how to knit the gusset and flap, and it turned out great. And now let's talk about Arwetta, because I know it's very popular yarn, and I can say that I have the socks for maybe half a year now. I think even more. I think I finished this one in spring, and I wore it under the shoes, I wore it without the shoes, just at home, and as you can see, it started peel a bit on the heel, and it also started to felt a bit here. Yeah, I think you can see. And I think I really like the feel of Arwetta, but I think it's too soft. I think it's too delicate yarn for a sock. And I still have one more ball of this yarn, because when I was buying the yarn I thought I will need more than one ball, so I bought two. And now I don't know what to do with it. I think I will need another sock, because this one is still holding good, so it's not bad. It don't have any holes in it, but now I'm a bit afraid of wear it too much, because it's already kind of felted. And I don't want to ruin it. Although I'm not that person who needs something and then don't wear it. I need it because I want to wear it, and that's why, yeah, it got a lot of wear already from me. And as you can see, it has some felting. Yeah, but I will probably need another sock from this yarn. It's still sock yarn, so it's supposed to be fine. But I'm so happy with my first successful attempt and how these socks are turned out. The size is almost perfect. I knitted these socks on 2.5 millimeter. If I would go down to 2.25, that would be the perfect fit, because I have like a very small, not small feet, but small ankles and small hands. So I always need to go down to the smallest size, and probably go down needle size as well for my garments for my limbs. Okay, now I think it's enough for these socks. Let's move on to the next pair. And the next pair is these beautiful socks. This is the pattern Sweet Woodruff socks by this Handmade Life. Also a lacy sock, but this time lace comes only at the front, so there is no lace at the back of the foot, of the leg, and also there is a cable, and it's actually real cable, so it's not faux cable. And one thing that I really liked about this one, it has a really long cuff that needs to be folded afterwards. Well, you can wear it without the fold, but I really like it when it's folded. The yarn is a very local yarn to me, so it's Underbart Garn Molly. This is the Swedish hand dyer. I bought this yarn on our local festival, so you probably will never find it anywhere else except Sweden. So I really like the small variegation of the yarn, so it's not very plain, it's not very monochromatic, but it's also not very variegated, which I don't really like in yarns. I like this subtle color changes. The construction is the same, heel flap and gasset, that's what I prefer. The toe is a bit different this time, so it has, I think, 6 decreasing points, so it's like a rounded toe, becomes a rounded toe. I like everything about the sock except for, like I said, I have a small ankles, and it's a bit baggy on me. I wish I would go down the needle size. I was also knitting this one on 2.5. I needed to knit it on 2.25, but at that time of knitting the sock, I first of all didn't have the such a small needles, and I was a bit afraid of those really small needles. The yarn is also felted in some places. I was also wearing it with the shoes, so like here on the back of the foot it's a bit felted. Actually not so much here on the, yeah. So it's holding, I think it's holding better than Arwetta, so I'm really happy with this yarn. Yeah, I wish I knitted these socks on a smaller needle size, but that's fine. They are still I still wear them, they are still fit me, just yeah, maybe not my favorite fit, but they look so beautiful. I really like this lace and this cuff, also really nice. Okay, now let's move on to my third and the last pair of socks, which are now a DK. All of those before that were fingering, and these are DK socks. I'll show you them first. Look at these beautiful cables. Now let me find the name. I don't know how YouTubers can remember all of the names and the yarn names, pattern names, color names. It's a skill. So the name of the pattern is Cozy Twist Socks by Camille Heng or Woolen Sun on Instagram, and the yarn is Knitricious Yarns L Socks DK. I also bought this yarn at the same yarn festival as this one, so it's also like a local Swedish hand dyer. And now I'll show you the sock a bit closer. It has these beautiful cables, like a big cables in front. It also has this I'm not sure, like I said, I'm very new beginner knitter, so I think it's a seed stitch. It looks like it. Here goes all the way in front, 2x2 rib. There is also this two like a rows of seed stitch on the back, and contrasts toe, heel, and cuff. And cuff, as you can see, is knitted with the stockinette, so it rolls over. I really like this design choice. I think it's so fun. There is one thing that I changed. The original pattern suggested to have 2 more rows of the contrast color in the rib, but I was playing yard checking, and I decided to exclude those 2 rows, and I'm so happy I did, because I basically have this much yarn left, maybe like couple of grams yarn, this contrast yarn left, so I don't think I would be able to finish both socks if I would knit as pattern suggested, but I still think it looks very good without those 2 additional color contrast rows. Yeah, the yarn also, as you can see, is a bit, you call it variegated, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, it has some darker and lighter shades of this navy, not navy, but really dark midnight blue, I would say. I really enjoyed this sock. And also, I didn't mention, I think, but all of these socks I knitted with the DPNs. When I decided to give it another try with the socks, I listened to my mom and tried DPNs, and it changed my whole sock knitting experience. So here is my unpopular opinion to you. I hate Magic Loop, I love DPNs. So yeah, and at one point when I was knitting the cable, when I was doing the cable, I had maybe like 7 DPNs at once. Really happy with the socks. I wear them a lot. I wear them also under the shoes. I wear them at home, and the yarn is holding great. No peeling, no, well, there is a bit of a peeling, but no felting. I love them. I would probably need more DK socks later. Right now I'm done with the socks. I knitted 3 during the year, and it was a lot for me, so now I'm doing something else, but I have a couple more skeins for my future sock projects. And now we will move to this one. You probably all know what this is. A Sophie scarf by Petite Knit, of course. I knitted this scarf with the leftover yarns from my clematis sweater. I wasn't really into these styles of the scarves before, like this very skinny short scarves, but now I can say I wear it a lot, especially in autumn. I wore it a lot with some like sweater like this, not this one because I didn't have it at the time, but with some other sweaters, with the jackets, so I wore it a lot. I don't really have anything to say about it. It's just pretty basic. I didn't have any changes, any problems with it, so that was a smooth sail. So yeah, a Sophie scarf, another project that I finished. I think after the Sophie scarf, I knitted this hat. It's an Oslo hat. It's the hat I knit for my husband, so it's not my hat. I can try it on, but I don't really like how it looks on me. It looks very good on him, but I don't know. I think for me it's a bit too short. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's fine, but it's not really my style. I like when the hat has a bit more like something here on top. Yeah, but the hat, I knitted this hat in double Sunday from Sandnes Garn in the color 6580 Blue Night. It holds very well, it doesn't peel. Well, it's a hat, so there is no like rubbing against it, so because I heard a lot of people say that double Sunday peels a lot, so I think it works very well for hats. I really like the color, this deep blue, really nice. I really like my tension, so there is no rowing, there is nothing, everything looks perfect. And that was actually really fun, easy knit. I made this hat during well, I would say 1.5 transatlantic flights, because this autumn, this October, we went to Las Vegas with my husband, and I took this hat to knit on the airplane. I started it on the airplane and I finished it on the way back, somewhere in the middle. So that was very nice, nice project, nice little project for traveling. I really like the construction of the hat, this triple fold, how it's all planned, designed really thoughtfully. So very nice hat, he wears it all the time, he likes it. I'm thinking of making myself one, but maybe a bit longer. And also a funny thing, when I was knitting it, I didn't have like a measuring tape with me, so we were trying to measure because petite knit doesn't say how many rows you need to knit. It says in the pattern how many centimeters you need to make, and like I said, I didn't have any measuring tape, so we were trying to measure it with the like a digital measuring tape, and that was that was an interesting experience. Okay, the next thing that I finished, that was this balaclava. I really like it. It's so nice. I can say that this is my favorite accessory. Well, maybe except for the socks, but one of my favorite accessories that I knitted for myself. The name of the pattern is Ugly Balaclava by Marie Honjikova. I think Honjikova, maybe I'm wrong, hopefully not. It's knitted with leftover yarns as well. It's Sandnes Garn worsted alpaca. I had the leftover yarn from the Marius sweater which I knitted for my husband. That pattern was also from Sandnes Garn, this Christmassy sweater you've seen in the last video. And I had the leftover, I didn't know what to do with it, and I wanted to have a balaclava, so I found this pattern and I thought that will work, and it did. It looks so nice. I really like it. I wear it all the time. Maybe not when it's like very cold, but right now we have -13 right now, so because it's knitted, so the wind can go through. It's not windproof, but when it's like a bit cold, when there is no strong wind, I wear it all the time. I also try to get my hair here in front. Yeah, It's so nice, I really like it, it's so cute, and I want to have more. Also, an interesting thing, it is already borsted alpaca, so it's like brushed alpaca, but the pattern suggests another yarn, a mohair, and afterwards it says that you need to brush it with the like a special mohair brush. I didn't know if I can brush the alpaca, but I thought if it's already brushed, then I probably brush it even more, and I did, and it created this like a lot of fluff. So I really like how it looks now. I think I can brush it even more now, because after some time it becomes a bit flat again, but when I just brushed it, it was so fluffy, like huge amount of fluff, and I really liked it. Yeah, I think I need to brush it again after this video, but that's a huge success. I really like it, it's so nice. It's very simple construction. You start with the top panel here, and then you pick up stitches on the sides. As always, you knit all the way down, connect to the neck, and then it's a folded brims here, and around the face also is folded. So there is no like a rib, it's all folded edges. Really nice, really happy with this one. After the huge success of this balaclava, I wanted to knit myself another balaclava. And I looked for some other options on Ravelry, and I found My Favorite Things knitwear balaclava number 2, I think. Yeah. And I really like this cable pattern from My Favorite Things knitwear, because I have like a camisole number 8, I believe, with the cables. I am, spoiler alert, knitting sweater number 15 with the cables from My Favorite Things knitwear, and I really like the look of the balaclava with the same cable motif. Basically, it's very simple cable, but I don't know, for some reason I really like this look. So I wanted to give it a go and try to knit myself one, and it was a fail. I can tell you right away, it's a fail. I don't have it with me because I unraveled it. First I bought myself some Filcolana Peruvian Highland wool yarn, suggested yarn for the pattern, but I had it in a very like dark color. When I started to knit it, I didn't see any cables. It was like there is no cables, just pure I don't know, knitted fabric, no cables at all. So I unraveled it. Then I decided to try to knit that balaclava number 2 with COS from Sunny's Garn, and I also didn't work out because cables was also not very prominent. And in the end, I had a leftover yarn from my storm sweater, Peregrine, also from Sunny's Garn. So I knitted the balaclava for the third time in that Peregrine. And it actually was alright, so I wore it for a couple of times. I will add the pictures so you can see how it looked on me. I just didn't like the fit. What I really like about this balaclava, it's so big, fluffy, cozy. It doesn't it's not tight around my head. It doesn't make my hair flat when I take it off, because that's what I don't like about the hats, because my hair always looks like very flat after I have a hat for, I don't know, an hour. And this is not doing that. That balaclava number 8 did exactly that, so it was very like tight around my head. I looked like an egg, so there was just a face and a small head with the huge coat. That was a bit funny look. I didn't enjoy it, so I actually posted on my Instagram a poll, do I need to unravel it or keep it, and the people were torn. So around 50% said keep it, other 50% said say unravel it. I decided to give it another chance, so I wore it a couple more times. Still didn't like it, so I unraveled it. I am planning to re-knit it for the 4th time with another yarn. Hopefully it will be better. This time I chose even chunkier yarn to have this like oversized feeling, because I still like the look of those cables and I want to have the balaclava with the cables. I don't know, I just like the cables, and we'll see. I will report to you in my works in progress video how it's going. But yeah, no balaclava number 8 for me yet. And my last finished object of finished accessory of 2023 is this scarf number, I forgot, number 2. Yeah, number 2 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. If you remember, I just maybe like an hour ago told you that I was trying to already knit this scarf number 2 with this yarn when the sock didn't work out, and it wasn't like very good, so I unraveled that, and but I was still thinking about this whole year about the scarf, and I finally decided to splurge and bought myself some nice cashmere, Lang Yarns premium cashmere in the color brown. Yeah, and I finally have it. I really like it. It looks so nice, even though it's a dark color. I think all of the details are very visible because the yarn is so, oh sorry, I'm showing you the wrong side here. Because the yarn is so so thin. It's a very nice looking scarf. To be fair, I didn't wear it yet because I'm a bit afraid of wearing it underneath like a coat. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want this cashmere start peeling. So I think I will save it for spring, where I can wear it without like anything on top. But I really enjoyed the process. I enjoyed the look. Yeah, that's it. That was everything. All of my accessories which I knit in 2023, and I really hope you're still here. I hope you enjoyed the video and my stories about some projects, fails and successes, and we'll see you in the next video, which is probably going to be all of my whips, what I'm working on right now. So stay tuned. See you in the next video. Thank you everyone, take care, and bye bye.